like giving a paper ballot that will not degrade within 100 years. Instead of that, you could simply draft a law, pass it, and say, if you sell a machine that does this, we're going to convict you of a felony.
I love the ideas, and there have been propositions made by citizens in Missouri and in Massachusetts, but unfortunately you got to get past the legislators who if they don't get it to committee for vote, it never becomes law.
That is not the case of a proposition.
Yeah, okay,
Legislature has not a fucking say about what the people feel like passing into law.
And Massachusetts, Missouri tried to do that, but it was like herding cats to get enough people. America is a hard nut to crack. I think you're right about the teeth. You're absolutely right. That's why I'm hoping that we can come up with a different message, because if we keep trying to, you can't fix a broken system with a broken system.
I agree, which is why I'm suggesting that instead of merely trying to convince people that the system currently is broken, you propose something that people can rally behind as a standard that they demand be passed into law.
I agree with that. In fact, the key is raising the awareness for people to get behind it. You know how everybody likes to watch American Idol.
Okay,
get them out and do it, yeah.
Hey, my name's Becky Hogg. I'm a member of an organisation from the UK called the Open Rights Group, a group which I used to run. I no longer run it. I just wanted to share quickly an experience from the UK. The Electoral Commission, our overseeing body, has now declared electronic voting an unfit technology, a technology that's not ready for elections. And that was partly due to a campaign we ran for 2 years. And I'm just picking up on a few bits you've said about, can experts see this? What we did is we fielded a group of volunteer experts, with very many of them had great computer expertise, to observe the count inside the UK, and we went into that pretty confident that they wouldn't be able to see what was going on, of course, because the software was closed source for one, but also just by virtue of all the points that you've made, and I think maybe the one key experience to share from the UK perspective was that we avoided a lot of the rhetoric around they're killing our democracy, our votes are getting stolen, all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. We produced a very technical report which concluded that there was not enough evidence to show that the results of the election were fair, and then we let the media do the rhetorical work for us. And I think that maybe kind of is what differentiates the UK approach from the US. I appreciate that in the US you already use these machines in almost all your elections, so it's a kind of different issue. We did do reports,
technical reports. The Hari Hursti that we brought over, we financed it, and we helped write that report, and it made it to the Homeland Security, it made it to CERT, the federal CERT. They all knew about these machines' problems. We're still voting on them. Right. And the media was aware of it. Lou Dobbs talked about this issue. He is no longer on CNN. Mm-hmm. Okay. The bottom line is we did do technical reports that you would have thought would have blown it out of the water, but instead it got a little ripple, but it didn't change anything. Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to suggest is that you've got enough people here that want to keep talking about this, that I suggest that the discussion go to the bar, which is the natural place for post-lecture discussions.
I'm for that.
I'm sure Kathleen here wants a
Anybody
drink.
that would like to talk to me about your experience, I'll be happy to try to videotape any kind of advice. And particularly, I would like to suggest that we form an alliance with Chaos Computer Club to work with us and other democracies to find a way to make the people recognize that they must be part of this process, or we will not win this battle. I hope that you will join us and become part of our allies.
May I have a short statement?
Thank you very much, Kathleen. That was. I especially like the video with the biker. That was great.
The biker is one of the best lobbyists for the Biker Association of Texas, and he's well respected in all of the state of Texas.
Despite the fact having Harley Davidson tattooed onto his head.
I love the way that guy walks in and scares everybody.
May I have a short statement, though, still?
Okay, so...
Just, please, last short statement.
Sure.
Something to note, that the German decision against voting machines was not an output of major public demonstration, it was an expert decision. It happened in the court, it happened experts in front of the court coming up with their arguments. I mean, 95% of the people that I know didn't care in this country, so it was an expert choice to turn down the voting machines in this country.
And I applaud you. Thank you. You have inspired us in America, I just want you all to know. And we certainly hope to become good friends with you over time.
So, everybody, we have roughly